seat, please. Moving on with roll call.
Ron Canal.
Present.
Kenny Hall.
Present.
Bonnie Almond is absent. Trevor Stone. Here. Ron Glassick.
Here.
Judy Haldeman.
Here.
Jason Donahue is absent. Judy Kutzler.
Here.
Mayor Tony Pristash.
Present.
And Shen Lamb.
Here.
Hearing of persons present, if you have anything to say, please step up to the microphone, speak your name for the record, and please talk loud. Because people are saying they don't hear you.
Sure. Good evening, Chris Bodner here on behalf of Triborough Sportsman. I just wanted to give an update. It's been about a year since the incidents at the range. Obviously, we put in a lot of plans into place, and I just wanted to kind of update council with where we're at. Over the past year, we've moved approximately about 20 to 30,000 tons of dirt, gained between 10 and 25 feet of height on the berms, and we are continuing to add more in the coming weeks. Cameras have been installed and they're monitored. We have random checks going on. We've learned not to document them as much on the sign-in sheets. Sometimes we put them on there, sometimes we don't, just so people don't know if we're coming or not, or if we've already been there or not. But we could also check in live on the cameras as well. We offer range orientations for our current members, and also new members need to get that in order to use the ranges. Just on March 1st, we installed new gate locks, so any members who haven't been members for years now cannot get in. So the 1,400 people that renewed have the gate key. For all of 2025, since the time of the incidents, weekly reports to Chief Kadingo, Borough Manager. I've been sending those. I've switched to monthly reports just because it's a little less time on me. Adding some rubber on the uprights that hold the targets to prevent ricochets as much. We raised our prices on membership renewals. Generally, when you raise prices, it kind of keeps some people that are not so smart away. I'll say that that's the nicest way I could put it. There's incident reporting links up there so people can report things from the range anonymously and not be seen necessarily if they don't want a confrontation with people. Those incident reports are also on the gate. They can report it on their way out. And just general awareness, as I've been renewing members over the past couple months, and they've been coming in and asking us how things are going. Just making them aware of what's kind of going on, what's been happening, and what the complaints were. The upcoming year here, we're looking to move to a range orientation video. That way we could send it to our members. They can take a quiz and submit that they've watched it. We have some more dirt to move, like I said. We're looking to put a wooden wall across the top of the berm, which will give us another 10 or so feet. And eventually that wooden wall will not be replaced. We plan to plant pine trees on the berm behind it, so the pine trees will take the place of that wall. And then in the long term, once money allows an electronic gate and then a little bit more secure access on the ranges as far as fences and gates and things like that right on the ranges. So that's the long term. We just need money and time and effort to do that. Again, most of this is done with volunteers and the help of a construction company that's around us down there. So if you have any questions, you know where to find me.
Just want to commend you, Chris,
Yeah.
on everything you've done.
Thank you.
To assuage the problem we had. I mean, it's really been a great effort on your part and the organizations to take this very, very seriously.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Like I said, my phone number is on our website. It's anywhere. I think half the people in this room have my phone number, and you could probably find it on every bathroom stall.
I also want to thank you, Mr. Wagner, for your diligence, because you really, really did the best that could be done.
Thank you.
Chris, I'd like that. The course orientation
Yes.
or the range orientation, is that every year the ongoing members have to take it, or that's just a once and done deal?
It's a once and done. Yeah, because
Would there be any benefit to making that a yearly, especially once you would get on video, that they'd at least have to take the quiz to kind of, I mean, I know that you don't feel that's.
yeah, I mean, the range isn't changing. It's, I mean, the orientation that we do now is just to make people aware of how close they are to houses, to make them aware of the rules, to make them aware of which range is for which specific type of firearm. So, that's not changing. It hasn't changed in a long time. So it's something we can certainly consider, but I can't see that video necessarily changing from year to year. So
Yeah, I know, but I think about, sometimes we all, when we were in our work circumstances, sometimes you have to take that yearly video that you ad nauseum, and you think, oh, Jesus, but, I failed it a few times, shockingly. So, I wonder, I would just question if there's any merit to making those long-timers who, you almost get, what's the word, complacent, thank
Complacent,
you,
yeah.
Attorney Stewart. And, so just because you just said, like, that reminder of which courses or whatever, I don't know, I don't go down
Yeah.
there, but,
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
I would just
something to
ask.
consider. Yes.
Has there
Thank
been any occurrences reported lately?
Only one since, there was a bunch in March and April. One in September, I want to say, around September 24th or so.
Well, thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
Baumann.
No problem.
Thank you again.
Thank you.
I have to step out to go to
Thank
another
you.
meeting.
Thanks, Chris.
You know where to find me.
Anyone else?
I'm from AARP,
What's your name, sir?
Chapter 3915. I'm George Miller.
George Miller?
And we're here today to just see if we were thankful for using the pavilion down here. And we would like to change it to the one up by Redner's there, due to the fact that for the handicapped people, it's so rough to go up over that hill. And we weren't charged for it, this one down here, and we thank you very much for not charging us. And now you want a $100 fee for the upper one, and we want to know why we can't get that one for nothing also. So that's why we're here. The president, Gene Rundle, couldn't make it, so I'm doing the talking tonight. And so this is the reason why we are here tonight, to see if you would waive that $100 for that pavilions up there, because it's so much easier for the handicapped people.
Thank you.
Down here at that hill, and nobody is allowed to pull up on the lawn there, so we can't have them with the wheelchairs and the walkers like I have. It's just too rough. So this is why we coming tonight to see if you would waiver the fee for that one up there also.
Thank you, sir. Come to the mic, please.
I'm Florence Edelman. I'm with the Northampton AARP. We are a nonprofit, and we're under the theory that the nonprofits were exempt from paying the fees in the past. So that's why we were here to represent our chapter. And since all of us live in the borough, and we're very proud of our borough, and especially everything that Pristash has done for the borough since he's on here, so. We were hoping that maybe it could be taken into consideration by the board. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Edelman. Anyone else?
Can I just come up and say something?
Yes, your name, please?
It's Patty Martucci.
What is it?
Patty Martucci, and I live on 30th Street here in the borough. I had gotten in touch with Mayor Tony months and months ago about doing something with the lines when you come to 21st and Main. Those poor truckers coming down with the Nazareth House guys, they can't get around because people don't even stay at the line, they pull up against it, it's just not fair to the truck drivers, and it's not safe for the individuals parked that far. And there's one up too, pretty far up near the Excellence Station before you go to Redner's. That line could be a little bit farther back.
Have you considered calling PennDOT?
Oh, no, I just figured I talked to the mayor. I figured I'd come to my
No.
first council meeting.
We did pass,
PennDOT is, that is a state road, all controlled by PennDOT,
Oh, even our Main Street one?
yes.
From
Oh.
21st up north.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I haven't
there's
done
all-
anything like this in Central
They-
Catholic Student Council.
It's getting, starting March 27th, PennDOT will be redoing that road.
Oh, so we might.
So the lines will be redone.
Okay, it's just not a safety issue for the passengers or the
Mhm.
truckers.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
it was passed on to PennDOT.
I don't know if you heard the mayor, he
We-
did pass that on to
well-
PennDOT.
Talking with the borough manager, it was passed on to PennDOT.
Hey, why pass on?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
we've had meetings with them. It starts, what's the, 22 days supposedly, so.
Anyone else?
Yeah, I got one. Rich Newhart. Do you have any idea when the street sweeper's gonna be back in operation?
Either late this month or early April,
Okay, I'm getting tired of sweeping up the rocks myself,
understandable.
because they come down Dewey and I don't have a water drain and they just come right up into my yard.
Yep, it'll be a few weeks.
Okay, that'll be good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
In the meantime, thank you for taking
Well,
care of
yeah.
it.
I'm kind of particular.
Well, good for you.
Well, thank you. Anyone else? Okay, moving on to, if you've got an agenda, comments on your agenda, starting with discussion regarding pavilion waivers.
Yeah, previously, there have been brief discussions about altering the fee waivers for renting Borough Park pavilions. We can now use this time to have formal discussion on the topic. It's been something that's been brought up from time to time, from different people, different organizations. I just feel that we should kind of come up with a plan and kind of set forth what we're going to do moving forward.
Thank you. We'll begin with Mr. Hall. Any question?
No, I have no question.
You have any statements? Anything?
I mean, we've been doing it in the past, but I guess there was no set rule, so I think we should get something laid in, written down, so it is other than that, I have no problem with doing it.
Yeah, Kenny pretty much hit it on the head. It's been done, but there's been no set rules. So that's what,
Nothing
yeah,
in writing.
that's,
Mr. Stone?
Yeah, so how many requests do you think we get on average?
10 to 20
on
per
nonprofits?
year? What do you,
And that's for like all parks?
Yeah, 10 to 15 a year.
Okay, I mean, from my point of view, it's just as long as we're fair and consistent. And I do agree with Councilman Hall that we just have something in writing.
I agree.
Ms. Haldeman?
10 to 20 per how many uses about that we have?
That would be the amount of uses. So figure like 10 to 15, 10 to 20 requests, not even requests.
But then,
Just-
like, what's how much usage
Do the parks
do
get?
the parks get?
How many do we get a year? Over.
Total? 200?
Yeah.
So not a ton. Okay, that's my question, thank you.
Real quick.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
So about how much of a cost would that be of all the nonprofits? If it's 10 to 20, you're looking at $1,000 to $2,000?
Yep, pretty much.
Imagine that? Okay.
Mr. Canal?
Being a senior citizen myself, I would like to see the borough get something in return, maybe give you people a discount of some sort. That's all I have.
Thank you. Mr. Blasek?
When we get that as a free waiver, it's more for a solicitor, do they have to still get insurance or responsibility for that if they need it, if something happens there?
If they need it for their event.
Okay, so the waiver doesn't, just because we waive it, doesn't mean that they wouldn't, that they still have their insurance purposes?
It's only a fee waiver.
Okay. And I think you just said there was about 15 to 20 were the nonprofit ones?
Yeah, give or take, yeah.
Have we ever charged anybody in the past?
I mean,
Of nonprofit?
probably not, no.
No?
All your ordinance says is that use of the pavilion area shall require a fee is established from time to time by resolution, and waiver of fees must have approval from Borough Council. Just so you have that language.
Again, I think it still should be subject to the organization, if it's a resident, a borough resident organization. You know, you start allowing nonprofits coming in from outside, you know, and they get wind of that they don't get charged for it. We're gonna have a lot of people asking for our pavilions and getting use on it, and then we don't get anything. I don't wanna say that, I don't wanna give it to free, especially for residents and for organizations that were in our borough, but we can also open a can of worms up that we're gonna have people from outside coming in for it all the time.
Agreed.
Can I?
Yes, ma'am.
go
Well, that's
back
what I'm
to-
saying, we can definitely make sure that we don't, I think it has to be a decision that we still bring up on a base-to-base, you know, one-on-one decision. If it's your organization compared to somebody coming up from Allentown saying that they wanna use it and they're a nonprofit. You know, it's easy to get a nonprofit status, I think, sometimes, and just say, I'm a nonprofit, and they wanna get a free pavilion. So we can't have that either, but
I agree, it has to be, it should be Northampton.
it should be a Northampton
Absolutely.
organization, is what I say.
Yeah, it is the Northampton chapter.
I think the issue I'd like to raise, however, is, and again, I don't, I respect what you're doing, I respect the fact that you're proud to be in Northampton and you appreciate what we do. I think part of my concern is, we do use our public works staff, however, to get parks ready. So every time we give people a waiver, that's still money coming out of the taxpayers that are paying the salary of our public works department getting it ready. And again, I don't mean to be cold about this, but, and it's maybe $2,000, but you're a taxpayer here in Northampton. You know, that money's always gotta come from somewhere. And I mean, I'm being mean, but that's where I'm coming from. I'm always worried about that's money coming back on taxpayers. I'm a taxpayer. I support what you do, but we have to pay somebody to support those parks, keep those parks clean. Get those parks ready, get the park benches ready, get empty the garbage. Just make sure there's no debris around, so nobody does fall, that things are clean and safe for people. It's just a thought. I want you to be aware of a consideration of where, when we waive something, it's not just, so you didn't pay your $100 or whatever, your permit. That money goes towards something. It's not sitting there in a.
Well, we have other nonprofits in the borough, that our borough takes care of their ball fields, takes care of.
Okay, fair point, fair point.
That requires almost weekly, and they're not paying anything.
Well, and that's certainly a discussion we need to have very soon. It's a fair point, but it's not, it doesn't need to be ignored anymore either.
I have ladies and gentlemen sitting here in front of me, and these people are getting in-kind services, or whatever you want to call it. How does that work out? I'm just gonna say it, NAA, the school district. We waiver their fees, but we wouldn't waiver AARP?
Well, I think the other part of it, though, is that they're part of the discussion tonight in talking about this waiver. So, again, I respect your point. But I think that this isn't just about the 4 individuals who showed up tonight, just about AARP. I think this is about all the nonprofits.
Exactly.
And finding a happy medium to everyone.
Exactly.
Of what. But if they'd like to make a point, Stephanie, are they still allowed to discuss?
I would like to say something.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry. You want them to?
Do I want to?
They want
to
to.
run the meeting,
Okay.
but you have to call on people, so.
Right.
I mean, I would
We'll
say
have a min-
Procedurally, it's improper, but you can allow it.
Procedurally, it's improper for you to speak. You had your turn to speak. But I will allow you to say, she just told me I can't allow you, so go ahead. And what is your name?
My name's Janet Dorsheimer.
Okay,
I'm on the board of AARP. I
Okay.
just wanted you to be aware that since COVID, our
70 people. At meetings, we have 40, in the low 40s.
I
We're
understand.
struggling.
Honestly, I understand. Understand. But how do you say this nonprofit is okay and this nonprofit's
Yeah.
not okay? And this is why we're here to discuss it. But I look at you and I see friends, I see neighbors, I see people. Same with the school, same with the NAA. Well, how do you draw the line?
I believe the NAA does pay for the ball fields. When they rent, they do.
I'm not so sure.
Not so sure about it. I don't
They
know.
pay for most.
And the school? School does not pay.
Are we taking a vote on this or anything? We're just discussing.
We're just discussing.
Yeah.
Discussion.
This just kind of gives us direction for how
What
we,
we're gonna do.
so that way we can
Know what to
amend the
implement.
resolution
Yeah.
for the fees. Because if we need to make a decision, we'll have to amend the fees resolution that we've approved back in January.
Mr. Hall, anything?
I had said,
Mr. Stone?
I don't think a decision has to be made
Right.
tonight.
But any other
Necessarily.
comments?
it's a tough,
What's that?
it's a tough.
It is a tough call. I don't have any other comments besides that. Oh, wait, I do have one. Sorry about that.
That was quick.
So I had a thought, and I was being respectful and waiting, but then I fell out. How many non-resident rentals do you think we have? I mean, is it a lot?
No, that's hard to say.
You saying overall, or you mean
Like-
for the
Maybe like
request?
what, a quarter?
To Councilman Glass's point, I mean, you know,
Maybe like a-
non-residents,
So
you know,
figure-
nonprofit, like how many non-residents usually will
So
rent?
figure maybe like a quarter.
A quarter
a quarter of the
15?
rentals.
Yeah.
A quarter, no, of the 15?
A quarter
Oh,
of
I don't know.
all
I'm
rentals?
quarter, yeah.
Are non-resident?
Yeah, that roughly, that's an estimate, yeah.
That's a good estimate, I
Yeah,
would, I
so
would
it's
say.
50 of 200.
But that's
Is there a
total.
different
That's
fee
total.
for a non-resident?
Yes. Yeah.
There is.
It's
There is.
right.
They can't rent until April.
April,
Residents are able to
beginning of
rent
April.
March
Good.
1st.
Okay, good.
There's not much of a difference between 26th Street and for a resident and non-resident, but there is for Pavilion A and B for a resident
Correct,
and
yeah,
non-resident.
it's a bigger jump.
It's like 125 to
To
185 as
185, yeah.
opposed to 100 to 125. if I'm
Correct.
Right?
Yep.
So, yeah, okay, I didn't realize there was that many
Mhm.
non-residents. Okay.
Ms. Haldeman?
No, no, it's a very difficult decision.
Thank you. Mayor?
Yeah, I look at this as a use tax that is applied to the people, just them who are using this facility. Whether you break it down into different categories like nonprofit versus profit, family versus nonprofit, that's something that needs to be determined. Here, it seems like we're missing like hard, cold numbers and facts here that we can use in the future to discuss this as far as the actual amount of people using it, residents versus non-residents, nonprofit versus. But again, it's considering it as a use tax that the person uses it, there should be some fee associated with it unless council decides that all people in that category as nonprofits don't have to pay. So,
All nonprofits.
yes. So,
Mr. Sorrentino, any comments? Mr. Wasco? Any other?
Yeah, I think that obviously if we don't come to a decision tonight, which we don't have to, I think then we should think about the possibility of tabling the AARP vote because of the fact that we haven't made a conclusive, definitive thing. I mean, they have time, it's not like we can't keep them on the schedule if needed. We have to, June 10th is their event. So we have time to kind of come up with a plan and come up with a set of ideas. That way to not I don't want to say hastily because it's not really hastily, but make a decision that if we feel then we must follow along with when we set the rules. That's just a recommendation.
But a placeholder will be made for June 10th for that.
Yes, they're on the list already, so we'll keep it, obviously, and just to make sure.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good idea. I agree with Brian. Just keep in mind too, I think few things that we've talked about in office here also too is there's so many different scenarios we can do.
Yep.
You know, we can do fees for during the week. We can do fees during the weekend if we want to waive fees in the week during the week only because we don't get many requests.
Yeah.
There's so
Discount
many
during the
different
week and-
things.
yeah.
Like, so those types of things we can maybe,
Yep.
look more into.
Thank you. Mr. Glassick, any other comment?
No, I really don't, again, I don't wanna make it look like, I think Ms. Haldeman said it very good. We're not here to be hard against things, but costs of everything go up from labor, the employees that take care of those parks, the cost for the borough, as you can see, you know, it was a struggle to keep the pool open this year, thank goodness for a big donation, the street sweeper. There's things like that are all popping up, and then we know everywhere. And I know it seems like $100, but it's $100 here, and then you get 15 or 20 organizations that want it. I still think it needs to be a one-on-one decision. I do think that if we needed to take a vote to do a waiver or a discount for an organization like this tonight, I'm all in favor of doing something like that, but I don't think it should be the resolution that we're deciding tonight without looking at the application itself. You know, does it tell us enough information like the organization, where are they from?
Yep, they do.
It has all that information on, because I haven't looked at one in a long time since my kids had their graduation parties probably at them, so it's been a long time since we looked at that kind of stuff. But I just think that we did have enough details to say, make it a one-on-one decision for every organization, but if it's a local one, I'm all for giving it to them, waiving it, but if it's a nonprofit outside the area, I think we need to say there should be a little fee for it, a usage fee, as the mayor said, of some sort. I don't think it's nothing wrong in this day and age to say that there's a fee. I don't know where you go get anything free anymore. You get bad advice, it's free. That's all I have.
Very good, thank you. Mr. Knopf?
Yeah, like Mr. Glassick also said about being local, and you mostly are residents of the borough, I would be in favor to waive it also.
Okay, you look like you had another question, Ms.
No,
Haldeman.
no, I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I think we'll be fine. Let's just see how this plays out.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Consider resignation request.
We have received a resignation request from Patrolman Robert Lindsay, effective immediately.
May I have a motion to accept?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Stone, to have a second?
Second.
By Ms. Haldeman, any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Along with that, somewhere tonight, I'd like to speak about advertising for this vacancy.
Put the civil service to put this together.
What?
You have to have civil service put this
But I'm sort of on top. Advertising for the vacancy for a full-time officer and start the civil service procedures. So we need to be thinking about that. That's a long process. That does not happen in 2 weeks.
You can make a motion tonight.
We can make a motion
Absolutely.
tonight.
Have that
To fill the position.
to have civil service start getting
The list ready and advertised for the position. Can we put that in the form of the motion now, or
Since it's not a separate, you're doing it under
under this?
exception of the resignation
Yes,
request. So,
yes.
yeah, I would frame it as a motion attendant with that.
Okay. Could I have a motion to advertise for this vacancy and begin this civil service procedure to get our list updated? Can I have a motion for that?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Stone. Do I have a second?
Second.
By Mr. Glassick. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
1 second. Would you like the chief to have any comments on this? Any comments, chief?
I appreciate, express my sincere gratitude because as Council President said, it is a long process. The sooner we get moving, so I'm grateful, thank you.
Yeah, I just want to thank Mr. Lindsay for his service also. He served the borough well, so happy retirement.
Wish him the best of luck in his business venture.
you. Consider request for permission to advertise for road materials.
Every year around this time, we prepare specifications for bid for road materials. We do this in conjunction with Northampton Borough Municipal Authority and North Catasauqua Borough.
What is your motion?
Make a motion to advertise for road material.
Motion made by Ms. Haldeman,
Second.
second by Mr. Hall. Any questions?
Question, I guess, is this for the streets?
Yep.
Of the,
Asphalt and stone.
is there an increase in the amount that we're requesting?
Not necessarily. We has to be sent to the paper on Monday, so Rich is getting me the list if he did not already.
Okay. Okay, that's all.
Any other questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Consider hiring of light equipment operators.
Interviews were recently conducted with external candidates for light equipment operator. The interview committee, which consisted of myself, Assistant Borough Manager Jerry Sorrentis, Public Works Supervisor Rich Ackerman, and Crew Chief Robert Smale, recommend hiring Kim Giris and Joshua Sportelli as the next light equipment operators for Public Works.
Do I have a motion, please?
Make a motion
Motion made by Ms. Haldeman to hire?
to hire.
To hire.
To hire both Mr.
Yeah.
Garris and Mr. Sportelli.
Yeah, I meant that. To hire two people.
To hire
Two
two people.
people. I have a second.
Second.
By Mr. Stone. Questions?
Filled one of these positions, what, a month ago?
Yeah, so we have one, we promoted within one light equipment operator. Mr. Sportelli is in the back there.
Welcome to the borough.
Welcome.
Yes.
Welcome.
We thoroughly enjoyed his
Thoroughly.
interview.
On your motion.
We,
Technically, we don't know if he's getting it yet, but
Sorry about that.
we're
Yeah,
assuming.
I will say Brian and I, we were both on the same page. We
Yes,
were
very, very impressed.
very impressed with the interview, so.
Any other questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
Okay, now we can.
Now you
All
know.
Consider request for paw prints on the canal.
The organizers of Paw Prints on the Canal would like to request the use of Canal Street Park and the portable van trailer on Sunday, June 14th, 2026 for their 17th annual event. The event will be held rain or shine from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Do I have a motion to honor the request?
Make a motion.
By Mr. Glassick. Do I have a second?
Second.
By Mr. Knopf. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Consider request of Northampton Area School District.
We received a request for the assistance of the fire police in connection with the high school commencement services. The ceremony will be held at Al Erdesy Stadium on Friday, May 29th, with rain dates on Saturday, May 30th, and Sunday, May 31st. The event will be held from 7:30 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Do I have a motion to honor the request of the school district?
I'll make a motion.
Motion made by Mr. Stone. Do I have a second?
Second.
By Mr. Glassick. Any questions?
I have a
Question.
Go ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
Mr. Glassick, go ahead, you went first, go ahead.
Is there more for the fire police? You know, is there a lot going on that, because it's the 250th anniversary, do we have parades going on? and-
There's a lot going on. I'm down to 4 people versus what I had before. I do require, and I have in the past, and they ought to put that, and I can do it, because I've done it I've done it before. I use East Allen, I use Allen Township, or Allen don't have any, Bath, because all these areas pull in. I think the school district ought to reach out to them as well.
Right.
They do help, I can coordinate, I have no problem with doing that. Like you said, the other ideas I can do, I already had one, we had a meeting there, and I had one person who said he's not around that weekend. So, like I said, we can do with what we want. The police have to do what they have to do. They're up there usually as well. They were a lot of help last year, more so than other years, and that was really appreciated. And I did have from the outside. I got nothing from Lehigh Township, which I'm a little upset on. So, I'll reach out to them again as well. I mean, I have no problem with doing it, and I'll give them the manpower that I can give them, but that's, you know, all I can do, you know.
I think you should get a sign-up sheet at the AARP meeting. And then you'd have more help in there. It'd be a great way to interact with our community.
So, yeah, we'll make it work. That's it.
My question is fees. Do we, if I recall in the past, the conversation was you get a donation from them. It's
So we
not
can do-
anything
We
that,
cannot charge.
you can't.
Okay.
Okay, there, that answers my question. A little disappointing.
Any other questions? All those in favor? Opposed? The ayes have it.
All I wanted to add is, it is a lot of, when you have a rain date and a rain date and a rain date, to commit, to have people commit themselves for a whole weekend, is kind of, that in addition to, you know.
Exactly.
God forbid it does rain the first 2 days, and what if it rains the third day, you know? They drag it on to the next weekend. It's kind of hard, you know, because you set yourself up to,
I always thought they had commencement at Stabler Arena.
I thought, and I don't know if they did, and I doubt that they did, they're building this nice new big building out there that maybe they had forethought and foresight to put a facility inside that building that they could house a thing like that. I doubt that they did, but, because I haven't been to any of those meetings or whatever, but that would have been, maybe I'm Dutch, I'm thinking wrong, but that would have been in my eyes to try to think that into the program, but
But they did do
I
stable.
said enough.
Huh?
They did do stable.
Oh,
years
yeah,
ago.
for many years.
Absolutely.
Okay, moving on. Consider request Northampton County Parks and Rec.
In partnership with the Wildlands Conservancy, Northampton County Parks and Recreation would like to hold a snorkeling program in the Lehigh River at Canal Park on August 14th, 2026, from 10 a.m. to noon.
What is the motion? Have a motion to honor this request.
Make a motion.
Motion made by Mr. Glassick. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
By Mr. Knopf. Any questions?
Do they, Wildlands Conservancy, do they, like, sign people up? Is there like some type of waiver because they're going in a river? Is there any type?
This is the request, so,
Okay.
no, it's pretty much just this,
Okay.
yeah.
Are you asking if they require it, or
Or if we require it.
for their,
Do they require it, I guess?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
That would be
Yeah.
on, that would.
I assume they do all the planning
Yeah.
and sign up for it. They did this in the past.
Okay.
It just hasn't been done in a while.
Are they aware that it's 8 inches of water down there most
I
of
would,
it?
I hope so.
In August, you know, the water's like
Yeah.
that.
It'll be 10 inches by
It's
August.
been out for how long? Nobody got it now?
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Consider the request of the AARP.
AARP is requesting the use of Pavilion at 26th Street Park on June 10th, 2026. They are requesting a waiver of the fees to rent the pavilion.
Do I have a motion to honor this request?
No, we're tabling that because we just did the decision.
Do I have a motion? And then anyone can make the motion that they
Yeah.
wish.
Okay, go ahead with the motion.
Make a motion
Motion to
To
honor.
table,
the-
to table.
Motion to
Second.
table.
to honor this request.
You can make a
Yes.
motion to honor it.
Yeah,
We're gonna have to do a roll call.
yeah,
To table it.
What's the motion again?
the motion
Wait,
is
isn't
to
the motion,
honor
can I make
the
a motion to
request.
Some
table
people
this?
wanna table it.
That's what I prefer to do.
Okay, so
I
yeah,
thought you had to make a motion for this request right now.
No.
No,
Motion
you-
is to table.
You
No,
can,
you
you can make a
Okay.
motion.
And then I withdraw my motion, I want to table this motion,
Okay, so
request.
Motion to table.
Motion to table.
motion to table by Mr. Glassick. Do I have a second?
Second.
By Ms. Haldeman. Any questions? I'd like to ask you to get back to these folks as soon as you can. You know, don't hold them out for 2 months. They either have to know or not know.
Mhm.
Excuse me.
Go ahead.
But you're really contemplating the fee at this time, right? So you can make the motion to give them the date and hold that date. formally?
thought we did.
You did.
Yeah, I'll hold it, yeah.
Okay,
So the date is held.
The date is
okay, so
held.
you're asking, the fee was the big question in this instance, okay. So make sure that's clear.
I will let you know when it's back on the agenda. So that way if you'd like to attend.
Okay. So the motion is to table this request from the AARP. Motion by Mr. Glassick, second by Ms. Haldeman. No further questions? All those in favor to table?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Consider delegate and alternate delegate for the annual PSAB conference.
It is time to choose who the Borough of Northampton would like to serve as delegate and alternate delegate at this year's annual PSAB conference. The people attending are the mayor, Ms. Kutzler, myself, Jerry, Mr. Knuff, Mr. Kadingo, and Mr. Kutzler in the back. Those are the available options for people. The mayor has notoriously known to serve as the, I say notoriously in a good way. I don't mean that negatively.
Bonnie's gone.
Oh, and Bonnie too, yes, that's right.
I'm the
So-
first one in there.
So he has served as delegate for the many years now. So he has quite many years of experience with it,
Okay.
notoriously.
Notoriously, thank you.
Okay, let's have some nominations. I nominate Mayor Tony.
Thank you.
Do I get a second?
Second.
By Mr. Knuff. Any questions about Mayor Tony?
Personal?
How
are you today?
As delegate, though, if you get any inside stuff with Tim Tebow out there, make sure you bring me along.
First and
Okay.
foremost.
All those in favor?
Aye.
So we got Mayor Tony,
Thank you.
okay?
And then alternate.
Guess what, she's not here.
I mean, you could.
She was last
If
time.
you are watching Mrs. Almond, I'm going to nominate Mrs. Almond. She was last year.
No,
Yeah.
Judy
No,
was
I
last
was-
year.
Judy was.
Bonnie was the year before, I think.
Yeah, that's right, that's right.
Okay. Do you have a motion for Mrs. Almond? No, we shouldn't do that?
Oh, no,
No,
there's
okay.
alternate.
Do you have a second?
Second.
By Mr. Canal.
For Bonnie.
Any questions? Any questions about Bonnie? All those in favor?
Is there anything else we can vote her for?
Huh?
Is there anything else we can nominate her for?
She's gotta pay all the fees.
Yeah, she's got-
That'll teach you not to show up.
That'll teach you.
Oh, yeah.
Bonnie, in case you're watching. Who's your
Who was
friend?
the second for that one?
Second
Mr. Knopf.
was Knopf. Well, that was easy. Reports from committees, we're moving on to building, land, and recreation. I'm sorry, I missed Mr. Hall. Administration and finance, Mr. Hall.
Thank you. There were 328 live stream views of the February 19th council meeting. And to date, we received $1,288,527.42 in garbage payments. And a report?
Thank you. Now we go to you, Ms. Haldeman, building, land, and recreation.
Thank you. Monday, March 2nd was the opening day for resident park permit reservations. Many dates are still available. The annual Easter egg hunt will be held on Saturday, March 28th at 11 a.m. in Municipal Park. The rain date will be Saturday, April 4th. And I suspect the Easter Bunny will be there this year.
I think that's the plan,
Think
yeah.
so? We are accepting applications for pool employment at the Borough office, and meeting with contractors regarding upgrades to the pool's piping and electrical systems are scheduled to take place within the next few weeks. End of report.
Thank you. I have a question. What is the age on the pool employment?
We have been doing what?
14, I think you need 14 to be working papers.
Yeah, 14
So a
working
14-year-old
14
can
with
do.
working papers?
Mhm.
Okay.
And then the hours change once you hit 16,
Okay.
and then 18.
Thank you. Code and police, Mr. Stone.
Yes, thank you. We received the report, monthly report for February. For the code report, we had 5 code violations, 2 of which are now closed. We also received the February permit and inspection report. Looks like we have 316 out of the total 566 for almost 56% there. As of February 28th, we received a total of $23,015 in rental registration and inspection fees. The zoning hearing board will be meeting on Thursday, March 12th at 7 p.m. with 2 items on the agenda. The first is a proposal of 2-family residential use on the property located on the northeast corner of West 16th Street and Doris Street. The second item is for the proposal of leasing the first floor of 2022 Main Street, rear of Mighty Paws LLC, for dog daycare, boarding facility, and humane society. The owner of the building is seeking a variance from off-street parking requirements. End of report.
Thank you. Fire and Health, Mr. Canal.
Thank you. The fire department's March breakfast will be held on Sunday, March 15th from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Thank you.
End of report.
Community Center, Mr. Canal.
The community center held their monthly meeting on Tuesday, February 17th. The bingo and small games of chance licenses were successfully renewed. End of report.
Thank you. Public Works and Sewer, Mr. Glassick.
Thank you. The first spot repair was on West 19th Street, was completed on Friday, February 27th. The second spot repair on Doris Street will be started this week, weather pending. Updates will be forthcoming regarding the 3 additional spot repairs that need to be completed, and this is the spot repairs of the sewer line in that area. The Public Works report of upcoming projects were submitted by Crew Chief Robert Smell and is included in your packet. Thank you for doing that.
Thank you.
And
I think
report.
that's very nice too. Thank you. Moving on to reports from council members, starting with Mr. Canal.
Hopefully, the AAR people will get your wish. And like I said, we'll come up with a plan.
Well, we're hoping that when everyone reaches that age of retirement, they come join us.
Exactly.
We give a lot of helpful and useful information to
Thank you.
senior citizens.
Congratulations there, Mr. Joshua Sportelli. And I guess Kim Garris is not here.
You couldn't make it, yeah.
All right, congratulations. End of report.
Thank you, Mr. Glassick.
Yes, a couple of things. Any update on the bird flu that we
Yes,
had a
as
couple
part
of
of my, as of now, there hasn't been really any reports, so the park did open as of Monday. We're still keeping an eye on it, we're still having guys go down, look at the park, and just keep an eye out, and we urge anyone that if they see anything, to please report it as soon as possible.
All right, thank you for coming in about the sweeper, because that would have been on my request, so you answered it for me, so it's good. I really think that it would be really nice to see the involvement, again, for our fire police. When there's a shortage of only having 4 individuals that go out there, I think to get people involved, it'll be another good thing to see how our borough can step up. It's a great organization. Our fire department has an enormous amount of volunteers there, I believe. They get people there, so hopefully the fire police is another thing that people can step up to. It might have been considered a slight joke, but I think it's a great thing for seniors that are able to get out there and still have the interest in doing it. I think it's a great thing. I mean, understand it, there's a requirement to stay physical with some of the things they do, but I think it would be nice to see our fire police get a little bit more manpower behind them, so. Let's see, there was another thing. I want to thank Chris for the great update from Tri-Borough. He gave us a great report. He really took care of that situation and really buckled down on it. Congrats on the new position for the position that you got, and also the other gentleman. Sorry to see that police officer retire, not retire, but step down to do something that he needed to do, but, you know, good for him. I just hope that we get it refilled for our position in the borough as soon as possible. I don't think there's anything else I have. Good.
Thank you. Shin.
Yes, first of all, congratulations to Mr. Sportelli for your employment. And then I have a question about the roads. I've noticed a lot of more sort of potholes or Yeah, on the main street especially. I don't know if that's because of the snow plowing, but is there anything that's going on with that?
Yeah, not the time of year to do it yet, but it will be soon. And then we're looking at comprehensively where is the best areas to go. But they have been filling potholes, just as time goes on, we'll be doing more.
With the snow and rain,
Yeah.
they open up a lot easier and a lot faster. So, and the rain is not ideal to fill those potholes,
Right.
because it's gonna, we're just not getting out, but they are out there filling some holes.
All right, thank you. That's all I have.
Thank you. Mr. Mayor?
Yes, I want to first congratulate Joshua on coming on board, joining a great crew. And this past Saturday, I want to congratulate Jen for her business expo that she pulled together. It was quite impressive. It was held in the middle school cafeteria, and I was happy to attend, as was Councilwoman Haldeman and Borough Manager Welsco, along with our County Executive Tara Zorinsky, Becky Bradley of the LVP, the Valley Planning Commission, and of course Joe Kowalczyk, our superintendent. One thing that was nice about it is we all got time to get to know each other, first and foremost, and I know the leadership lessons that the students received were of great value. The speakers were fantastic, and I know that it was a great event. Even brought in the fire chief and some of his crew to talk to the students about life in the borough as a fireman, firewoman at this point, but still. And kudos to Northampton for turning out for the Hail Mary, which was prominently featured in Dan Roebuck's movie. I know Richard Wolff is ecstatic about the crowds. I understand most of the movies have been pretty much sold out to this point, so it's great to see everybody come support a local movie, a local film producer, and our esteemed Roxy Theater, which is one of a kind in the whole country. That great 700 light marquee that Richard takes good care of, and the pride it brings to Northampton. So very grateful for that. So, and that's all I have. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Ms. Haldeman?
Well, now the mayor stole my thunder, so.
Stole mine too. Oh.
We'll get him last next year.
Please, because I really had a good one going. Congratulations, Mr. Sportelli, again, welcome. And yeah, I just want to commend Shen. I was fortunate to hobble on in and attend the Leadership Summit, and I was very impressed. She's continuing to show us that we made a very good choice in our junior council person. She organized a very nice event, sadly only attended by women, but you know what? That's who should be there.
Well, the mayor was there.
The students, I apologize, I just clarified, the students who attended were all female. Guys don't roll out of bed apparently early enough on a Saturday morning if you're a concrete kid. But it was great to see those young women. Mr. Kowalczyk gave a very nice speech, a little bit on his history with the school, and also even, hearing some things about what the school has been doing. And I too, the two leaders, two speakers, Becky Bradley, who is the executive of Lehigh Valley Planning Commission, and Tara Zorinsky, who is the first female county executive in Northampton County. So it was a real timely speaker, and Tara can certainly speak off the cuff. And likes to speak, and I personally appreciated them both being there. It was nice to hear them. The mayor spoke. I think I rattled on a little bit. Mr. Welsko, of course, talked.
No.
And again, and I wanted to thank the fire department too, because they did show up, and not just our chief, Keith, but he brought along quite a few of his firefighters. So it was, I think that the students had a nice opportunity to hear from a lot of people, and it really was a great event. Congratulations, Shen, you did a good job. And other than that, again, I just want to commend Public Works for all the work they did this winter. Hopefully it's over, but I feel that, while there was always little bumps here and there, I think they did a great job taking care of the roads and plowing and doing the best that they could, sometimes short-staffed and working long hours. So. And I'm sure the police were out there too, patrolling the streets. So I think our borough handled this winter well, and I commend them for that. So thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Stone?
Yes, thank you. I too wanted to thank Rich Botno, Bodnar from Triborough for the update and all the efforts being made. It shows a lot of progress, so we appreciate that. Congratulations to Kim Garrison and Joshua Sportelli for the light equipment operator position. I also want to thank Officer Lindsay for the service in Northampton Police Department. Best wishes for you going forward. And I also wanted to thank Robert Smale for that public works report. It is actually very helpful. End of report.
Thank you. Mr. Hall?
Thank you. Okay, I'd like to congratulate Kim and Joshua both for their positions. Just repetitious of what the others have said. The officer retiring, and a couple things. Along with Mr. Smale's report, there's street lights that are out. There's like 3 of them out between the northern property of the school and the library or the community center.
We're aware.
I know, I've mentioned it before, but it's been like 3 months, so I just thought maybe if we're paying a monthly fee on lights, then maybe the auto
We're
is
trying.
working.
Yeah, we're trying our best.
Let everybody know, I would thank in advance for people, hopefully they'll come for the breakfast on the 15th. The money goes to help support us there down at their station. And the contingency went out to sign the paperwork and stuff for the truck. Should hit the line probably soon, and we're maybe looking at the 3rd quarter-ish, end of 3rd quarter for it to make its presence. So just, it's a day by day. Right now, it could make jumps and leaps, depends where they are in their line out there. So just giving a slight report on what's going on there. That's what was given to us at the meeting the other night, so. And a report.
One last thing quickly. We forgot. Happy St. Patrick's Day to all our Irish residents in town here. Drink responsibly. Thank you.
Okay. Attorney Stewart?
I don't have anything this evening.
Thank you. It's all been said. Oh, okay. Moving on to announcements, starting with Mr. Cerventes.
Congratulations to Josh and Kim. I know you guys are gonna be great down there. Like I said before, Brian and I were very impressed with the interviews. I think you guys fit in very well down there. Bring a lot to the table to increase the knowledge down in the Public Works Department. Shannon, I heard very good things about your organization, the meeting up there. I know my daughter was there. She told me it was a very good time. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it. But I think that's all I have. You know, everyone, you know,
Thank you.
happy St. Patrick's Day coming up, and that's it.
Thank you. Mr. Roscoe?
First off, congratulations to Kim and Josh. Kind of echo what Jerry said, the interviews were fantastic. And to kind of echo what Ms. Haldeman said, Josh, we know you're a plowing machine. We know you're great at it. So, at least Jerry and I know.
Yeah.
But he is.
Wow.
He doesn't get any sleep. No sleep.
He doesn't sleep. He just right out.
Plowing machine.
So yeah.
Hopefully you'll get any more practice this year.
Right there, they're scary.
So welcome, Josh. I do have paperwork for you afterwards, and then we can talk about some stuff. I know he's probably going to be unhappy with me for saying this publicly, but I know he's watching because he already texted me. I would like to say a big thank you to Robert Smale for the last 2.5 weeks. Rich was away on vacation. He had to deal with a lot, short staff, bird flu, snow. He did a fantastic job. We didn't miss a beat. He was just phenomenal, and I know he's probably cringing right now as he's watching. So I'm sure my phone will light up by the time I finish, but truly, I can't speak highly enough of how well he did. Just phenomenal job.
It's great to hear. Say anything bad about his best man.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, don't start.
No, really hate that.
Last but certainly not least, Shen, phenomenal job. I was honored and grateful to be there and to obviously speak, as I've been told. But no, it truly was a wonderful experience. I'm excited to see if you plan to do it annually, how it's, you already sent a frowny face. See how it's going to grow and keep getting bigger, and obviously we're here to help in any way. I'm just excited to keep doing it every year if that's the route you choose to do, or change it up or however you want to do it. Please consider me a part of it, but thank you, most importantly, for getting everyone together. I can speak hopefully for everyone to say that I think it was valuable lessons that were taught and advice for everyone. And I know that, you know, sometimes it's things like that that are just really important that people just need to hear once. And I learned a lot too, just being there for the 2 hours that we were there, just hearing Tara speak and just learning different things about different perspectives and just kind of taking that and applying that to life. So truly, thank you. Yeah, other than that, that's all.
Thank
I did my
you.
report.
I need approval to pay the bills.
Make a motion?
Motion by Mr. Glassick, second
Second.
by Ms. Halderman. Questions?
Don't have any.
Oh gracious. 5-1.
I actually had,
I thought the snow was
I
over.
sent it a little bit early, so I got my answers.
Ms. Haldeman?
I just have one.
Miss-
The reimbursement for uniforms for the police, is that for last year or that for?
It's for this year. It happens at the beginning, near the beginning of every year for the uniform.
So reimbursement for the year?
Yes, yes, sorry. I should
Can
have
I-
been more specific on that.
I hate to be mean, but Mr. Lindsay submitted his and he's leaving us. Do we still pay that then? I'm sorry, but if I'm gonna be
Yeah.
mean about bills in general, then I'm gonna be mean to everybody about bills.
Yeah, that's something we can look at.
I don't
Because
find that mean.
this was put through actually, because we just got the letter yesterday. So this was put through.
I mean, no disrespect to Mr. Lindsay, either Officer Lindsay either, I just, you know, that's, again, that's money coming out of, I'm assuming our,
Yeah, we'll have to look at language.
yeah, I'd appreciate if we did this.
Yeah, we'll look at language.
at it.
I'll give you an update. I'll let you know.
Thank you.
If I get a speeding ticket this week, though, I do understand.
It's been done.
I will not consider that retribution.
There's already
at
one in
all.
your car.
Thank you,
Yeah.
that's all my questions.
Okay, any other, no questions? Any other questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. I need a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Motion made by
Second.
Paul.